evening. I'm speaking to you from the ringside of the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where tonight Larry Holmes, who of course comes from Pennsylvania, makes the 11th defense of his World Boxing Council Heavyweight Championship. The man he faces tonight, Renaldo Snipes from Yonkers, New York, the number 8 contender in the WBC rankings, and who, like Holmes, is unbeaten as a professional. Well, people in this huge arena tonight have paid anything from $20 to $200 to see this fight. It's a big occasion in Pittsburgh. It's the first heavyweight championship fight they've had in this city for 30 years. The last one was in July 1951, when Jersey Joe Walcott beat Ezzard Charles. Well, today it's very much the fashion to call heavyweight championships by some sort of name. And because Holmes is not only putting his title on the line tonight, but is also putting at risk the proposed $10 million encounter with Jerry Cooney next March, because of that, they've called this fight Imminent Danger. Two unbeaten fighters clashing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. And Holmes is an inch or so taller. The number 8 contender against the champion. 15 rounds, or less. Holmes' 11th defense. And it's been estimated that Snipes will certainly run for some rounds to come. He's a skilled boxer. He likes to box at long range. He's got fast hands. His stamina is believed to be good. And he can certainly move. Mr. Snipes on the band of his trunks. Holmes, who spent so much time in his earlier life sparring with Muhammad Ali, and you can see some of it has rubbed off on him. The low hands and the dancing movements. Typical Ali. He's also sparred with Joe Frazier in his time. 38 fights, 38 wins Holmes, 28 of them inside the distance. And building a very impressive record as champion. Snipes, 22 fights, 22 wins, 11 inside the distance. Holmes has been a professional fighter 5 years longer than Snipes. Snipes finding Holmes' body. When you look down Snipes' record, you don't see too many famous names on it. A lot of quoting of the old Joe Louis saying here this week about Snipes, that you can run, but you can't hide. Holmes beginning to find the range with that long, snaking left lead. And a good left hook. And Snipes walked on to 2 punches. The ornate blue canvas with the promoter's logo. Don King, the promoter. Don with the crown over it. And these two men have gone off at a cracking pace. What a good right hand from Snipes. Holmes felt that. Snipes most certainly felt that. That was rather better. And Holmes is not hanging about, and he clearly doesn't want to go 15. He's looking for an early night. And he is beginning to find Snipes' head very, very easy to hit. And Snipes will not go very far if he keeps standing in the way of punches like that. Snipes putting a 100% record on the line here tonight in this challenge. And Larry Holmes is looking very, very mean. He's certainly not Holmes, sweet Holmes, that's for sure. Holmes is putting on a real champion's performance here. He does look good. Moving well, punching fast, and at times extremely accurately. I think Holmes is having a word with Snipes. He's really playing the Ali bit to the full. Holmes does carry those arms low. Now, you can only afford to do that if you've got quick feet. Snipes blows a bit. Rudy Ortega telling him to wait for the bell. Holmes moves straight into the offensive. Snipes didn't know which way to go there to avoid trouble. He was moving away from the left and then saw the right coming as well. But he came off the ropes well to catch Holmes. So the number 8 contender not doing too badly. And he's certainly come to have a fight. It's not all running. Giving us a little preview of some of the punching he's going to put on Jerry Cooney when they meet next March. That's the proposition. Holmes versus the new white hope from America, the Irish-American Jerry Cooney. 6'6" he stands, and he's won all his pro fights. They're scheduled to meet next March in Las Vegas for $10 million apiece. Taking a breather. Referee nearly copped one there. Could have had the first knockdown, and it might have been the referee. Good right from Holmes. Well, if he was taking a breather, he certainly isn't now in this third round. And Snipes taking these punches well and still marching forward, which is surprising. We all thought he'd be going backwards. And he fancies his chance here coming forward, but he's running onto trouble. good finish to this round by Holmes. And Snipes very bravely. The surprising thing about this fight is the way Snipes is tackling it. Holmes' latest defence was in June this year with Leon Spinks, the former champion, the man who beat Muhammad Ali. And Spinks only lasted 3 rounds with Holmes. And Holmes reckoned he couldn't afford to go through to next March, waiting for Cooney without another fight. Hence tonight's action in Pittsburgh. Snipes is going to get a lot of credit for the way he's tackled this fight. There were some doubts as to whether he was a really suitable contender. But the way he's fighting, the determination there to put up a good show is impressive. But he's walking onto punches again. That's a fair right hand, not quite with the knuckle part of the glove, high up on Holmes' head. And that's a good right uppercut from Snipes. He is giving the champion some trouble. Holmes said to the referee, watch his head. And the referee said to Snipes, watch your head. So Holmes now telling the referee his job. And Snipes grins at his corner. Ali trick, poking out the left hand and keeping it out there, measuring the man off with it. And I would imagine that Larry Holmes at this point has rather more respect for Mr. Snipes than perhaps he did when he entered the ring. And this is typical Ali stuff now. Just look at this dancing. That's copied from the master. All those years and hundreds of rounds of sparring with Ali. He used to get paid $500 a week to spar with Ali. And another cheeky right hand from Snipes, who grins away. And he's laughing at Holmes, and Holmes doesn't much like that. He's actually laughing at the champion. What an extraordinary challenge. And what a very interesting fight. And Snipes appears to have decided he can take anything Holmes can land.
Your way out there. Come on, let move.
Snipes is not smiling, and he's cut, I think. Left eye. Snipes' left eye is cut in the corner of the eyebrow. So the first major setback on either side comes for the challenger in the 5th round. And Holmes is going for the finish. And that cut eye has knocked all the go out of Snipes. He can feel the blood running down his face. And that is a terrible handicap to have with the champion of the world in front of you. His left glove up trying to protect that eye, and he can't. And the bell is hardly heard in the din. What an extraordinary round that was. It started with Snipes grinning all over his face at the champion and ended with him being cut and the referees having a look at the cut. And this crowd are absolutely on Snipes' side. It's absolutely amazing. When Holmes came into the ring, he got all the cheers. There was nothing much but booing for Renaldo Snipes. And now everyone is giving Snipes his proper acclaim. Trying to protect the cut with his left glove up to the eye, hoping against hope Holmes wouldn't make it any worse before he could get back to the corner. You can see for yourself the amount of grease they've plastered on it. That will most certainly be wiped off by a referee in Britain. So the sixth of what has turned out to be a really good championship fight, and Snipes has been a good contender. And he's still determined to have a go. No running for him. He ran in the first round and never since. Well, there were plenty of people before this fight saying, who's Renaldo Snipes? But his name is going to be heard around the world right now. Another savage attack. Well, this is certainly the best World Heavyweight Championship fight for some time. The referee imploring them to work. And Holmes took a long time to get away from that corner. Snipes blows again. The going is hard. But he's still in there, giving the champion a good fight. They've managed to staunch the bleeding from Snipes' left eye. Well, this is a remarkable challenge by Snipes. Disregarded before the fight. There was no real betting on this fight at all. The only betting that existed, I think, was on how many rounds Snipes would last. But he's still in there, giving the man trouble. One of Snipes' victories this year was a points win over Leroy Boone, whom we were watching in London only a day or two ago at the Albert Hall, beating Neville Mead. Oh, he's got the champion over! Seventh round and Holmes is gone. Oh, what a sensation. He doesn't know where he is, and his legs are still weak. The referee's going to let him go on. Holmes isn't prepared. Seventh round. Are we about to see the champion unseated? It looks very much like it. "38 successive wins for Holmes, and now facing defeat." Amazing. And Holmes has got his wits back, but it took him a good 30 seconds to come back, and he's still not safe yet. And Holmes has gone back on the attack. Survived the biggest crisis of his fighting life. And he's got him again with the right hand, Snipes. What drama in this Pittsburgh arena tonight. Snipes within an ace of winning the world title. Half a minute of this round left, and Snipes' chance might have gone. A moment when he almost upset the entire world of boxing, and now maybe the chance won't come again. And Holmes has come back wonderfully well from that, because he was gone for 30 seconds. He was gone, believe me. And Snipes is still fighting at the bell, and this arena goes mad with excitement. And Snipes takes a long time to sit down, bleeding again from the eye. Holmes looks as though he's in serious trouble as well. Here we are again with the replay from that 7th round. This is amazing. That was the one, the pile-driving right hand, and look how his legs are splayed. And it took 30 seconds for the sense to come back in. What a powerhouse right that was. Has Holmes ever been hit as hard as that? Look at the way he's gone. It's a miracle he recovered. And you've got to give full credit to the champion for coming back from that. Now can Snipes produce another right hand like that? Where did he find that from? Not regarded as a big hitter. He's taken every chance that's come his way, Snipes. He's put on an amazing performance. Determined to take the fight to the champion. Scrapped all the tactics that people thought he'd adopt. And it paid off. And he's going looking for him again. And all those plans of a fight with Cooney now look rather shaky. He's the one who's working all the time to try to trap Holmes. And Holmes is playing this round very, very cagey. You can hardly blame him for that. What superb condition Holmes must be in to recover the way he has from that terrible knockdown. But only Holmes knows just just how strong he is. Holmes now using all those techniques learned. Larry Holmes just passed his 32nd birthday, giving away 7 years to this number 8 contender, Renaldo Snipes. Snipes outreached by 3 inches, but still making the distance between them look short. Good right hand again from Snipes. He got him. Wasn't quite as clean as the last one, but he got it over the top. He keeps finding something to come back with. It really is astonishing. The thing that's amazing is how has he been hidden down at number 8 for this long? Give anybody trouble. And he takes a punch well, too. And every time Holmes catches him a good punch, so Snipes seems to breathe fresh air and new confidence and comes jauntily bouncing right back in again. The knockdown was in round 7, and Holmes has made a remarkable recovery from that. I honestly thought he was going down to defeat. And now to look at him, you wouldn't know he'd been on the floor. It gives you some idea of the conditioning these fighters get themselves into. Oh, he's got him again. And everybody saw it coming, except Larry Holmes. So the bomb is still there waiting to go off for Holmes. His 11th title defense, Holmes, and an astonishingly difficult one. Again. And Holmes is definitely slowing down. Snipes' face beginning to look very marked. They haven't quite stopped the bleeding. It's begun to bleed a little again. His mouth is very sore. Still, as they come out for the 11th, there's this fascinating possibility that Snipes might just find that right hand again. And this championship defense has really got this crowd going now. The crowd here absolutely riveted by this. Oh, he's got him with the right. The biter bit. Tremendous, thundering right hand from Holmes. And Snipes now looks defeat in the face. It's completely swung the other way. And he's pulling Holmes off, and he's stopping the fight. And that will not be appreciated here, and it's not appreciated by Snipes or by Snipes' handlers. And there's a lot of anger in that ring now. They pulled him out. The very first time Holmes really had Snipes in trouble, so Holmes was pulled off him and awarded the fight. And this crowd in Pittsburgh do not like that at all. A storm of booing and dissent. And I'm not surprised. It seemed to me to be stopped incredibly quickly. The man hadn't even been down, and Snipes is broken-hearted. Well, there's an amazing ending here. Holmes at last putting some good punches together, started by a good right hand, had Snipes trapped, but Snipes still weaving this way and that to try to keep out of trouble. That was a good punch. And the referee's hovering all the time here. But Snipes still looks fairly well in command of himself. The referee's staring full in the face. And one more good right from Holmes, and that was the point at which the referee decided enough was enough. And I must say, although Snipes was in a bit of trouble, compared with the trouble Holmes was in earlier, it did seem to me to be stopped extraordinarily quickly. So Holmes has made a successful 11th defense of his title. And this announcement of the win is getting the bird in no uncertain fashion. Well, in many ways, this has been an extraordinary night and certainly an extraordinary heavyweight championship. The anger, and it clearly is that was shown at the speed with which this fight was stopped, has really spilled over all around this ring. There have been angry scenes, scuffles have broken out. The police had a job to get Snipes back to his dressing room because so many people wanted to get round him and commiserate with him. It really has been an extraordinary scene. And I think it's fair to say that although Holmes fought back well, and he fought back very well after that knockdown, in the end, he got slightly lucky, thanks to the referee, because I think the fight was stopped quickly, and it was a shame that they took a man like Snipes, who'd given everything, and had a bit more still to give, I suspect. It was a shame they took him out of the fight so quickly and gave him no further chance to show his worth. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, good night.